Tonight we're coming to you live on location. The NHL Draft Lottery was just announced. We know who the top 3 picks are. We'll discuss all that coming up next. So welcome to a special video here at Top Shelf Hockey. As I mentioned, we're recording here live on location, away for a little miniature family vacation. The NHL Draft Lottery was just announced, and man, is this going to be interesting. Phase 2 is definitely going to be required. We knew from the get-go going in. Bill Daly came out with 8 cards, which meant one of the teams in the qualifying round was going to be getting a top 3 spot, and that ended up being first overall. The first overall selection has not been determined. One of the teams in the playoff round, for the qualifying round I should say, is going to have a shot at number 1 overall. So if that's not incentive for them to lose, I don't know what is. So one of the teams, the 8 teams in the qualifying round, it could be a team like Montreal, it could be Pittsburgh, it could be a variety of teams that will have a shot at first overall, and they won't know, of course, until that qualifying round is completed. The Los Angeles Kings ended up with the 2nd overall selection. The Ottawa Senators, with their pick from the Sharks, is the number 3 pick, and obviously those are your top 3 from there. Detroit falls down to number 4, which is a disaster for them. They're still going to get a great player, but still not get a top 3 spot after having the lowest record in the league. It's certainly very frustrating, I'm sure, for them. The other Ottawa pick ended up being number 5, and of course from there they're all ranked according to the standing. So right now Alexis Lafreniere has no idea where he's going to be going. One of the teams in the qualifying round will be fortunate enough to get an all-star player who's going to jump into the NHL and have an impact immediately, which is absolutely insane when you think about it. Obviously, one of the 8 teams in the qualifying round that ends up losing could still be a really good team. They could have been sitting in a playoff spot when the NHL season was paused, and now they might have a shot at first overall. This is not wild and crazy. Certainly going to create a lot of buzz, like if it wouldn't have already. Of course, this is the first hockey event since early March when the season was paused, and they did not disappoint when it comes to having a little bit of drama and something to talk about. So obviously, big news on the draft lottery. We don't know who's first overall. Give me your predictions on what teams you think might lose in the qualifying round, and who would you like to see be first overall and get Lafreniere. I mean, this is absolutely insane. You would think the LA Kings at number 2 overall likely take the top center, Quinton Byfield, and with the Senators having 3 and 5, they probably going to end up grabbing a player like Tim Stutzle, maybe a Jamie Drysdale. They can probably get a top forward and a top defenseman. Detroit at number 4 kind of boils down to who the Senators or the Kings don't select. Difficult to say who they take. They could end up taking Drysdale, I guess, at 4. Maybe they'll go with Rossi, Perfetti, and maybe Lucas Raymond. Difficult to say. But obviously, a very interesting night. It's nice to have hockey, have a relevant event for us to discuss. Obviously, we're getting a little bit closer as well to having to return to play. Obviously, we expect to have some more information here over the next couple of days about the hub cities being finalized and getting that much closer to probably even a CBA extension, and hopefully have more to talk about. So obviously the lighting here isn't great. I apologize. I'm recording outside. It's the best I could do. We're at the hotel. I didn't have a lot of options here, so I just jumped out on the balcony after this took place. So the big news of the day is we don't know who's got first overall. Obviously it's going to make us watch the playoffs even more to find out. So let me know your thoughts on this crazy draft lottery down in the comments, and we can discuss further. If you're new to the channel, consider subscribing and turning on your notifications so you don't miss any future content, and give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. I'd appreciate it if you did. As always, thank you for watching, and I will catch you next time.